I was filming a lot so that I could just talk about stuff before I get to the rest of the day. I like to create a little bit of stuff done before I can go get my edibles and all that. I just want to, I guess talking about how I'm experiencing as a witch. I'm, I'm figuring stuff out now. I think everyone can be a witch, and anyone can have a psychic ability. Um, if you have enough, if you have enough connection with the cosmos, which means you have to be more connect with who you are, which means you have to not always rely on the way your society needs you for. So, like, capitalism is fucking you over. So, the stronger a witch you are, the better you will be to let go of capitalism. And specifically money. Money is just it's just a currency. You will want to have, you don't need to necessarily care about the currency. You can just appreciate abundance. And especially the best you'll get for the karmic credit would be for you to share with others. I hear what I'm experiencing as a witch. First of all, I have certain skills, which I wouldn't necessarily say is something that I create for myself, that I deserve it. It just kind of is like how it is. First of all, I did almost die from birth, and I almost died from when I was early 20s. And I think both of these are my choice as a consciousness in the cosmos, that I did also want to do that. As a born one, it's also kind of, I also think my consciousness gave myself the choice to not even experience it, because it was going to be hard, especially for the womb. I wouldn't have known what was going to happen. I would have known what was happening in the cosmos, and then when I go and have this option to just die early would be an option, which is kind of funny because I am fairy blood, and I think fairies do have that too. So I could have had that option. And then as a young adult, that I did have the option of I didn't want to be there for society, because society doesn't support me as a person, because I'm just autistic and ADHD. So the forms of disability, the society that I was living in was like, I don't matter there. It's just the way the society is. So when I know it's going to be this way, then all of this toxicity, trauma is going to happen for all of this. So it's just the way it is. The skills that I have from that is because I almost died. So I'm a little easier to connect to the cosmos. Theoretically, I don't know that that's even true. That's just the only experience I have right now, because this is my body. So I don't know how it's going to be for other people who has witches and all that. This is just what I'm experiencing now. I think that the way I kind of do trust in fate, destiny and all that, it's not really the same. I don't know how I think about it. Cosmos, the whatever dimension it is, they have a different form of time. They can see so it's like observing shit. They can see the whole timeline or a certain amount of time. They can see how the whole thing is going on. So in the cosmos, you can understand where things are. So I don't even know how much is a free will, because the cosmos understands what's happening no matter what. And I don't even know how to think about the quantum physics for the math about that. there's, oh, you could change your timeline. I don't even know how to think about that. But I do know that, especially with mine, the way things have gone is to nudge me to a certain way. And that includes all of the trauma, all of the abuse that I've had in my whole life, which is literal things that happen, like a childhood, adult abuse, work abuse, friendship abuse. I've got all of these forms of abuse. Even that has nudged me to the right way I'm supposed to do. And what also has is that my fucking apartment has had mold for like a year and a half. Honestly, maybe just a year. But it's been leaking for like 2 years. Oh no, year and a half probably is the way it is. I don't know. It is a year and a half. Because that was in January. And with having all of this mold, which is a risk for my cat, but also, once again, rent. You have to fucking afford a house. Which means that your landlord, is not going to work for the house and all that. They're going to do the bare minimum. It's capitalism. It's made me sick. It makes my eyes itch. It makes my ears hurt. It makes me cough. It makes all of my body is in a lot of pain, and I have to get outside for a certain amount of time so I can drain more fucking mold in my body. I think that even the mold itself, which is a horrible experience physically, even that nudged me to the way that I'm supposed to be aligned for this timeline. But I can't even be sure about a timeline because Earth always has the cycles. I mean, society has their own cycles. 250 year for an empire. 80 year for a cycle of abundance into poverty. That type of thing. So we're still going to experience these going on. So whether I had it or not, it was going to happen for this pattern. I think that it has nudged me to the way I can to lead into the change for all of this shift of societies. And I've known about my mom has been a woo lady for probably a decade. And so she's been doing stuff that I never gave a shit about for as many years until fucking recently. I've been here since we're living with her for like the end of 2022. I didn't look into it until like last year, like, or late 2023 that I started giving a shit. Oh, what are you doing? You know, it would just be simple stuff instead of the, 10 years that she was doing in general. And I think that also means my cat. My cat, I don't know that I was going to get a cat. I didn't know when I was going to get a cat. But the way things were that I did get a cat, and cats are witches. So the more I connect with my cat, the more I'm aligned into my witchcraft and all of that. The mold definitely expedited the whole thing. I would have been a witch. I just didn't know I was going to be now. I figured I'd be witch a little in a few years, but based on the 2050 years, the 80-year cycles that are about to crash, that it was going to be necessary no matter what. So it does make sense that, it's been expedited to this and that so that we can be prepared for all the things that are going to happen with all the end of days. A shift and all of that. It's been fast that I've been even starting this shit. So I don't know. Everything feels fast. but not really. It's in an organic. It is in an organic speed, but it seems really fast. I think it's because I don't have a job. I don't have a capitalist job. I still did sex work and all of that. I still do it a little bit for online stuff. I could do a whole video about that, but which I probably will. Now that I have had more time to give a shit about who I am, then I can express and understand more natural features like witchcraft, which is a very natural thing that you wouldn't expect. The things that I'm lucky for, though, I don't know. I'm partially blind. I don't know if that's supposed to be an ability I'll have. What I do have, though, that I've had always, well, with having autism, which I don't have a diagnosis, I do have autism. Because I get very cold, extremely hot. I can't regulate my skin for my body for if it's too fucking hot. I definitely sweat a lot and I just suffer. Because I'm in the South. And I don't even sneeze on that. I'm like, oh, it just sucks ass. Like everybody hates humidity. But I do want that for my farm, so I'm cool with that. And then, so I have that for my body, and I can hear better. I can hear things a little bit better than the average Joe, but I can't understand what a person is saying as fast as it's too fast for most of that stuff. I need it to be, here again. So I usually do that. That's what I did when I came out the hospital, and I was doing I still didn't understand about comprehension for the auditory and the vision. I had to balance for more of my vision stuff and speech, especially. That was the hardest thing. I still have issues with speech. It's because of the brain surgery, which is what I literally accepted for and appreciated for myself. I even think that I formed that. I also have for the autism is I can smell things stronger than others. So I can smell when something is bad. I can smell when the soil is too stinky. I'm like, oh God, this stinks. I can smell it swamping it up. Some people can smell it, but they just, it's just a little belated for them, or I'm too early. And that's interesting because I've had, probably the reason why I've had sex work and there's a whole other reason why disabled people have sex work. It's a complicated thing. I think that why I was aligned for those, as well as the capitalistic pressure for making money, it has kind of made me move around the world, especially for COVID. I never had COVID. I used to live with certain men for the time going, and for like a free rent for free sex and all that. So I would do that a few other times, or sometime I was actually free rent for free parenting. So I would literally take care of kids. That was a one-time thing, and it would be a short amount of time. It looked like I would be moving in and out between my family and for whatever I was doing, or a short amount of time with roommates. I did that for a short amount of time, and then I come back in. So I'm in and out with my family. And those bitches got a lot of COVID. And I know that COVID can give you the lack of smell, which I did not get COVID, even though I would still see my family. Even when they had COVID, I think I even still went there And I never caught COVID because I can still smell strongly, which I'm really lucky about it, because the type of witch that I believe that I am, because the more I'm connected with me, the more I'm connected with the earth, that I would be I don't know about witches, but I think there's this, I thought I was white witch, or maybe that and green witch, because I care so much. My motto is for the good of the colony, which means for not just, that's why I don't believe in capitalism, because the full colony needs to be healthy and functional and happy. It's more like I've believed in this motto before I even started gardening. The more I'm connecting with myself and with other people and with community, the more it's easy to understand about how it goes with the earth. And the connection that I have with my nose is great, so that I can notice when things are going awry for my soil. That's pretty lucky. Or if something is too ripe for something that we have, I should have used my nose. If I can smell it's ripe, we should crack it open then. Because I definitely got food poisoning from moldy fruit. So delicious. And the skills that I can use the pendulum. I can use the tarot card. I don't even know what else I'm doing. And I meditate. I use the singing bowl to go to sleep, and it makes me kind of regulate my body a little bit better. Helps me go to sleep earlier. And it does connect me to the cosmos. The meditation. I'm doing dream work too, which I'm behind on my teas. I've been having teas before bed so that I can understand my dreams better. I'm also supposed to be napping every now and again so that I can have faster dreams. When I go to bed, when I'm in bed getting ready for sleeping, I meditate for seeing stuff. I start with my singing bowl. That's a stim for me. This is the worst stim because I get itchy, and it also gives me a cold. The meditating, I just lay in bed and I look. It's dark, so it's dark. It's dark, but not that dark, so I can still see stuff. You give yourself about 10 to 15 minutes of just trying to not think as much as you can and be more content. And the most meditation I can do is like try and not think very, very hard. Luckily, sometimes what I think, because, cosmos, it can know what I'm thinking. If I'm thinking something, sometimes I can see, it's not like, I can't see, I just see orbs of ball or whatever, little balls of light, or something a little different. I can see things lightly. I can see those even when I'm thinking, because they kind of acknowledge what I'm talking about. And it's more aligned with what my path is supposed to be. Based on what I fucking want. Sometimes I can see things. Actually, during the day, every now and again. Sometimes it's just there. I don't even know. It's only a little short of time. So you can practice if you want to see things. It's meditation. I started with going outside to the porch and just viewing stuff in dusk. So when the sun's going down, you just go and you look, and you barely squint. You squint a little, so it's more like this a little bit. It's more like if you had an edible, and So you just do a little bit of that just when you're getting used to it, and then you just look, and it starts with your peripheral that you'll see stuff, which is interesting because I don't have my blindness. It's subjective. I don't know. The way you see things can be changing. I can do it with my eyes open, and also you can also close your eyes, because the spirits that you're looking for are not in your dimension. They're in your, whether 5th or 6th dimension, I don't fucking know. And in other dimension, so if you have these planes, X and Y, and they always say there's Z, and it's like a whole other way, it's like that. And so they're not in your direct dimension. It's in, something further. You can see it if you know how to silence your current dimension, which is your physical world. So you just spend your time just like ignoring your present. You try and ignore it as best as you can, and just like seeing what things may be there. They don't always have to show you it. I'm a fairy blood and I get fairies. There's times when I am still meditating and they don't show me shit. Sometimes I'm like, I got nothing. I still give it the 10 minutes because, I'm hopeful. But sometimes I'm not aligned enough where they even want to show me anything. Spirits can choose for you to see it, and they don't have to always show you that. So for the most of the time, I see them more. It means I'm on my right path. If I'm fucking something up slightly, or it means I'm altering the path, they don't like to show me then, because that's not what they want for me, based on what I want, probably as a consciousness, The spirits are like, I don't know, when I'm meditating, that stuff is mostly I'm sober. I don't even have shrooms. I have not had enough money to buy shrooms. I'm thinking about making tinctures for a certain type of thing, a certain flower that I'm gonna do soon. I haven't gotten to the library yet for the library seeds, if they have it. I don't know. To see, because ultimately I actually can't see what spirits look like. Sometimes it's subjective. When you have the idea of, oh, there's fairies, oh, there's gnomes, oh, there's dragons and all of that. That's kind of where they want you to see what they look like. It's like their best bet. Like, it's more of like you're seeing consciousness. The spirits are consciousness without a body. So if you wanted to see it to look like that, it would mean they have to have that body. Or sometimes they can be like, well, I know what your body with your human eyes would want to see this, so they can fluctuate that. So, oh, you can see a dragon. Oh, you can see a little fairy. They can choose what they look like. Their consciousness will alter. So that is why they have the different other type of spirit and all that. It's not the same way that you expect. The appearance is for you as a human. And I haven't seen what they look like for a human. I'm just getting balls. I'm just getting balls of lights. If I'm lucky, most of the time I do get to see them, because I'm doing it every night when I'm going to sleep. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, everything is like, you figure out stuff as to what things you like. Your meditation is good like that. You might have a better stuff. I thought I would have. I've heard things, but I haven't been able to build that build that skill. It looks like I'm relying on my vision first, and my smell of my nose and all that. That's just naturally there. So I don't even know how to use that psychically, or which, like, I just smell things. Things are going out good though. Ultimately, I think I'm on the right path and all that, trusting things better, releasing my body more so that it's okay to be the way it is. It's taking a while though, because it's when you're indoctrinated for capitalism and a cult, that shit will change you in a different way, and it takes a lot to unlearn shit, bro. It really does take years. So don't, it's not it's been fast for me, kind of because of the way it's going to go for the time of the 250-year end and 80-year end. So I needed it to be fast, but I'm not speeding myself up. It's more of like maybe that's the ADHD. Oh, I want to do this because I'm having this new crave of a hobby. And so I just start doing that shit. So I don't know I'm gonna always have... I don't even know if I could always have a farm. I feel like I'm going to, because I really like growing shit. It's cool. It's cool as fuck. I like pickling. I like making stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. It's been lasting longer than I would for any other hobby. I will say that much. I still like drawing, but I haven't drawn in a while. Figuring that stuff. I think I'll always be a witch, though, now that I'm figuring stuff out. Yeah. We'll figure it out. You'll just figure out what type of witch you are. Is this too long? Yeah, it is long. So if I'm a green witch because I like the earth, white witch because I care about the humans, well, would I just be a mint witch? That'd be more of like a mint witch based on the color. But of course I could just change whatever I do in the whole other thing. We'll see. Just like how I feel about careers, you could just do something you like and then change it anytime you want. So even if I don't want to be a witch at a certain point, I could stop being a witch. Or if I want a different type of witch, I'll just go for that one. I'll probably do the witch who does whatever the fuck you want at any point. So right now I'm green. Green and a little bit of white. So that I can, for the good of the colony, just call me a bee, man. I'm just bee, man. I love bees. I want to have bees so bad. Can't do it yet. Yeah, I don't know what else I am. Yeah, so I still use tarot. I like the cards. I do cards all the time. I use pendulum anytime I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? I'm supposed to be relying on myself for my own instincts before I use a pendulum, because if I build my instincts, then I'm better for what things are supposed to be going. Like, oh, this doesn't, maybe my body doesn't want this. Maybe I have to figure this out. I'm building that. And so it's not, the fairies still like to do the pendulum. It's kind of fun. If I know how to figure out how to build my audio so I can hear shit more, who knows? I think I kind of have a different, I have a benefit for having the autism and the ADHD. I think I could probably have a lot of different options for what skills I may have, just based on this iteration, this skin that I have, literally this skin, that it's part of it. I did suffer getting to this point, and I still get suffering now because of the society we have, but there's that. And I think I'm a very lucky, something I'm used to as a person is I constantly view in the future where I think, oh, if I had this, I would have this. If there was this, there would be this. If there was this, there would be this. And it has a lot of, there is no timeline really for all these thoughts that I've had. Oh, I would be singing. Oh, I would be doing this and that. Oh, I could do this and that. It's part of the ADHD, but it's also part of probably coping mechanism. So I could just, if I'm not satisfied where I'm at, I can think about, oh, anything could happen. But I think I should, if I'm feeling so hopeful about any of these futures are possible, I can change the present now so that it can align into the other futures I'm thinking about, which I think is a skill. I think it's going to be a good thing that it's not to daydream into the future, but to create paths and forks to give you the option to go to those futures that I always think about, which isn't just me. It's like the whole country, the whole globe, the good of the colony. I think I can have more paths because of the way I view of the future. And the more I'm connected with my present, the more possible to create options for the changes of the future that will be for better things than they are now. So I can be satisfied with who I am as a person, build my individual self, as well as connecting with the community. Then I can figure out options to make this a better life experience and environment for other people. And I think other people will want to do that too. The more we resist from capitalism, then we can take all of these other things. And the more you have people who are more content with who they are and deserving for better things, then other people can have better futures, better ideas for the way things could be and things that we deserve to have in the first place. I'm not going to be the only one. That's the whole thing about community. There's going to be a lot of people have a lot of thoughts, a lot of possibilities. And that's how I am as a witch.